I know what they're telling you, but it ain't what y'all think it is. But they damn sure want y'all to believe it. Let's talk about it. What am I referring to? I am referring to the disaster that is known as Disney. Specifically, Disney's Marvel IP. Now, coming up, I may have mentioned this before, but I was raised as an only child. I had 3 M's in my life that kept away boredom, loneliness, and the mischievousness that only children can get into. Those 3 M's were my mother, music, and Marvel. Die-hard Marvel fan. So much so that even to this day, even with the MCU, I will still have family members reach out to me and ask me the true backstory on different characters. So with that being said, Marvel has recently decided to postpone a lot of projects. They've pushed back certain projects like Echo and Ironheart to 2024, 2025. And others they've just pushed back indefinitely. And to give you my wise entertainment insight into this, they pushed those films back to 2025 because they know that by the time 2025 rolls around, they will have been forgotten. People won't even care. People don't care now, but now they're kind of still on the front of your mind. So they're going to wait till 2025 to make you truly forget about them. And what really set this off was, well, let me put that another way. What brought this to the forefront was after shooting 8 episodes, Disney's Marvel has decided to completely scrap and start over their series Daredevil Reborn. It is so funny because they say they scrapped it, and when I say scrapped it, they completely fired writers, directors, the whole Megillah. They said that those 8 episodes, according to insiders, when those 8 episodes were seen, they were trash and just cut the whole deal. A lot of my fellow YouTubers have spoken on this, and I think only one has gotten it really close to what I believe is right. They have said that they've asked the question, well, what made them stop now? I guess the money's out. They're trying to win back fans. They're trying to regain interest and salvage Marvel. No. But that is not why they are truly scrapping crap now. Kevin Feige didn't suddenly wake up and go, oh, we've been releasing garbage.
That shit is trash.
No. Look at all the crap that has been out, that has been poorly rated, viewed, and reviewed. We've had She-Hulk. We've had Miss Marvel. In movie theaters, we've had The Eternals, Ant-Man Quantumania. Right now, we are going through Loki Season 2. So it's not like they suddenly woke up and knew this was all bullshit. No. Or they would not have released that other bullshit.
You knew then, and you did nothing.
I am going to tell you what truly happened with Marvel. Peltz is coming. That's right. Nelson Peltz is coming for Disney. What that means is Kevin Feige has gone into CYA mode, which is cover your ass. He's trying to save his job. Now, maybe I'm getting a bit too ahead of myself because I understand that the common man, the average everyday guy, gal, working a 9 to 5 and just saw the lack of quality in Marvel Productions doesn't necessarily understand or even know who Nelson Peltz is. Nelson Peltz is an investor. He runs a company called Tryon. With that said, he made a play for board seats in an attempt to save a then sliding Disney. And when I say a then sliding Disney, they were losing market share and their stock value was decreasing. He understood it to be, oh, I see where this company is going. I see that this company is putting propaganda, agenda, and messaging over actual entertainment. He launched a campaign called Restore the Magic. Had a website, had booklets that he showed and gave to many investors, board members, in an attempt to gain the necessary votes for him to get a seat on the board, because he did not have enough stock at that time. He did not have enough skin in the game. Though he had some, he didn't have enough. How all this relates to Marvel and what they got going on is this. When Nelson Peltz, who has a literal history of turning failing companies around and making them money, stopped his proxy war, it was because at that time, the head of Disney, the newly reinstated Bob Iger, had capitulated to 90+% of the demands that Nelson Peltz required or was screaming about and made mention that he would do. So with that being said, Nelson Peltz withdrew his proxy war, his bid for a seat on the board, and gave Bob Iger an opportunity to turn things around. Now, on a side note, Nelson Peltz only got invested in Disney because of his friend and literal neighbor, Ike Perlmutter. Who is Ike Perlmutter, Tucker? Is this still about Marvel? Oh, it is definitely about Marvel now. Ike Perlmutter used to be the head of everything Marvel. He was the one who kept Kevin Feige in control. He was the leash. He was the one who told Kevin Feige, you can't make this because it's not going to make money. Ike Perlmutter was about profitability and success. He did not give a damn about agendas. But when you sell your company to a bigger company, you can always be replaced. Now, head of MCU, Marvel's cinematic thing, was one young Kevin Feige. Well, Kevin Feige was facing resistance on a lot of things from Ike Perlmutter, because Kevin Feige wanted to do a whole bunch of messaging and agenda-driven nonsense. Well, Perlmutter saw that shit didn't work in comics, so it damn sure wasn't going to work in the cinematic universe. That is when Kevin Feige, very sneakily, went to Perlmutter's boss, the head of Disney, Bob Iger. Bob Iger had Perlmutter removed and put Feige in charge of all things Marvel. Now, around this time, it's coming close to the end of Phase 3. Okay, it's during the Phase 3 period where enough of the Infinity Saga had been mapped out so you couldn't fuck it up. Though he tried, because Captain Marvel is a Kevin Feige insert. That's all Feige. Well, with Perlmutter gone and Feige firmly in control of everything Phase 4 and on, everything that happened after Endgame is all 100% Feige. Perlmutter's not there to rein him in, to tell him he can't make this, you're spending too much money on this. Perlmutter's out. As you can tell, if you can notice in Phases 4 and Phase 5, if you notice the beginning of these productions now, you'll see a Kevin Feige production. That should give you a big enough hint of where started to go wrong. So, Perlmutter's out. Peltz is out. Disney goes from bad to worse. As you have probably heard over the past few months, their stock is at 20-year lows. They're looking to sell off assets like ESPN and their television networks, ABC. So with all that going on, Nelson Peltz has raised his head once again. But I did this on purpose. What is going to make Peltz different this time, or his attempt to get on the board this time than last time? Because shout out to another channel who covers this in great financial detail, One Valiant Renegade. Valiant Renegade did a video months back, and it talked about the steady decline behind the scenes, the fighting and things behind the scenes. Kathleen Kennedy screwing up. Victoria Alonso, who pretty much was the co-head of MCU, how she was being let go. There were things going on behind the scenes that a lot of people did not know that Valiant Renegade brought to light. And in that video, with all the turmoil going on, I commented and I asked Valiant, where is Nelson Peltz? And what he said to me was a couple of smiling emojis, and he said, he's around, just wait. Nothing more than that. Well, that got my juices to flowing. As we tell you here at Free Mind Thinkers, do the research for yourself. Don't take anybody's word for anything. Do your own independent research. Well, when I started researching Nelson Peltz, I found something quite interesting. Shortly after he withdrew his proxy war bid, he sold a large majority of his Disney stock. Yes, his Disney stock. The stock that his friend and neighbor Ike Perlmutter told him to invest in. He sold a large share of it. And I found that odd. I thought, oh, I guess he's really done. They got rid of his friend. He, at the time, it looked like he lost his bidding for a proxy, his proxy war. Lost his bidding for his seat on the board. Like, oh, he's done. He's really through. But a few months after that, as things started to get worse for Disney, I noticed he was buying stock again. The same stock he sold, he profited from, and then bought more back at a cheaper price. That, boys and girls, is what you call a smooth criminal.
You've been hit by a smooth criminal.
He sold it at its peak, bought it at its lowest, and now he has enough shares to force his way onto the board. They can't deny him. They can't ignore him. They can't try to hold him down. No. He's in the top, I do believe, 10. No, actually it may be top 5. It may be the top 5 largest investors, largest shareholders in Disney Corp. And now he's just not going for a seat. He's going for multiple seats. How does that relate to Marvel? Bringing it all back around. I don't give y'all pointless information just for the sake of giving y'all pointless information. It comes back around like this.
I like you, and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
Well, I don't think you and I will be doing anything any kind of way.
Okay, I see you choosing the hard way.
He is now going to get his spot. He will now get on the board. He will more than likely become head of the board, get rid of the board that has been there and allowed this stock to drop and allow Bob Iger to run it to the ground. And in doing so, he's going to get rid of the heads of the failing departments.
Get your shit and get out!
Pixar, Lucasfilm, Marvel. And you must understand, to Disney, Marvel was a guaranteed $1 billion plus cash cow for every movie they released. Now, hell, on a worldwide scale, they're lucky if they gross $500 million. Nelson Peltz sees this. Kevin Feige knows, my job is on the line because this man more than likely has a higher probability of getting exactly what he wants. Board seats, head of the board, and getting rid of everyone that has been there that allowed this company to fail. So what do you do in that situation when you are on the verge of being laid off? You try to make yourself look invaluable. And that's what he's doing. It's now he sees these films are garbage. Now he sees that these shows are nothing but shit. He's trying to make himself look proactive. Truth is out there, Kevin. We know that you engineered this nonsense. We know that you were the captain of this Marvel ship and you hit the iceberg a ways back. So, as I said at the beginning, what they're trying to push to y'all is, we realize what we're doing was so wrong. It was too agenda driven. It's not entertaining. We need to start from scratch. It is not an altruistic, we need to start from scratch thing. This is, oh my God, he's going to see this garbage, see my name on the opening credits, and he's going to fire my funk ass. And he needs to. As I said, Peltz is coming. And when he gets here, is going to change. I hope you were entertained and informed by that video. If you have something to say, got some thoughts on it, be sure to leave a comment down below. I ask that you share it out, spread the word. If you want to hear me bumping my gum some more, make sure you click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a video and you can hear more of me jaw-jacking. Please remember that these are exclusive videos on YouTube and Rumble. What you get on one spot, you may not get at the other. So follow me on both sites to get the full effect of Free Mind Thinkers. And until next time, remember to stand up, stand out, think differently. Holla.